Fanfiction. Something I've delved into myself over the years, whether I've been reading it or writing it. Now, fanfiction is a blessing, but also a curse at times. Because a lot of the fanfiction that I like reading has to do with the supernatural fandom. Which, as I've mentioned in a previous video, is actually based off of my best friends, the Winchesters, and their story. So you can kind of tell how awkward that gets reading fanfiction about your best friends. Sometimes those are your siblings, who are also in the room. An interesting part of fanfiction is what we call ships. Now, ships can be anything from just like a friendship, or more than a friendship. Now, I'd be lying if I said that I didn't read any of the, ship kind of stories. It's just awkward to read a ship when it has to do with your siblings. And they're in the same house. Now, Gabriel's a good sport about it. I don't read any of the truly sexual ones. But with Cass explaining anything that has to do with ships, he doesn't get it, and it's kind of awkward to talk about around him. Because one of the main ships in Supernatural is Destiel. And that's Dean and Cass together. With Gabriel, the ship that I know specifically with him, one of the main ones that I've read, is Sabriel. It's Sam and Gabriel. Now, like I said, I don't read any of the sexual fan fictions. I steer clear of those because it's just wrong to read a sexual story about your siblings, whether or not they're angels. Especially when they're angels makes it 100 times more awkward, and with them in the room. But like I said, I don't read any of those. I think I did one time accidentally, but that was with a certain ship that we don't mention. But with my fanfiction, it's kind of weird just because it's me writing a story about my family and friends. So at times I don't know if it's actually fanfiction or not, but I place it as fanfiction when I put it on the internet. It kind of started out back when I was a Power Ranger, so about 10 years ago or so. And it was mostly putting me in the story and then writing out, scenarios of how I'd be kicking the Rangers' butts and then coming home living a normal life and then going to school, and so it's basically my life but on paper. Thinking back on that now and how people read my stories, that's a bit awkward. A bit strange. I still did it. And I still do. I just don't post most of my fanfictions on the internet anymore. But like I said, when I do read fanfiction, sometimes I read it with Gabriel. It depends on what the subject matter is. If it's not too gory or violent. The ones especially that I've read in the past that I can't read with Gabriel around is ones where he's hurt, or the rare ones where he dies in the story. I can't read those around him. Just because I start crying and then he has to comfort me, and it's weird because he's an angel and he can't die and he's perfectly fine. But they're just strange to read. So I love fanfiction. I love reading those type of stories. So comment down below if you have any favorite fanfictions, or if you do read fanfiction. If you don't, that's okay. If you don't know what fanfiction is, it's kind of like an author's own spin on a show. or previous work. I'm pretty sure people have done fan fiction about books. So, if you haven't, go search them. Be careful. Just be cautious about what you read. I can't be held responsible if you find something that's not not clean. But see you all in the next video.